Before I start painting, I like to have a little play in my sketchbook. So this is one of my little plays. Starting off with collage, I'm just going to see where this takes me. And this is really just to give me some edges and some marks, some colours, some differences to start off with. I really have no idea what, if any of this will remain. Then I'm putting in some ink, and this is mixed together and a little bit of water added as well to spread it around. And I'm really trying to have marks that are deeply pigmented with the ink and also quite soft, and just letting the ink do what it wants to do over the top of the collage. And you can see it here, there's sort of pools of ink, and then where I've spread it, it's sort of more transparent. Now I'm coming in with a pencil, and I'm just sort of scribbling and drawing and just being really loose and free, and bringing in the colours, using crayons and pencils that of colours that I can see in the collage there. So I'm sort of keeping to the palette that I've already creating. Now I'm doing something quite different, bringing in this sort of sepia, actually it's burnt sienna and red, and then this really bright orange as well, and moving this all around with the colour shaper so that I have some parts that where the paint is really thick, and other parts where the paint is thin and I can see what's going on underneath. So just combining that thick and thin paint and letting it mix just loosely so that it's all very loose and free, and I'm not sort of directing it to be anything, I'm just seeing what sort of effects I can get on the surface. Now that that's all dry, I'm going to bring in some white paint over the top, and here I'm doing the same sort of thing as I did with the coloured paint. I'm bringing it in, but I'm trying to sort of create differences between opacity and sort of veiled, transparent white paint as well. Now white isn't a transparent colour, it's very opaque, so it will, if you spread it over something, it's going to sort of veil it really, but you can get some beautiful soft marks with that. And now I'm coming in with some drawing, and I'm drawing with the pencil and just playing around, letting that little line go for a sort of link the left side of the painting to the right side, just still seeing what's going to happen. Now I'm coming back with the ink, and this is a burnt sienna colour, I think, so it sort of links with the colour that I've already got in the painting, and I'm spreading that around with some water, and once again just keeping it in a few separate areas. Now, quite different from the ink is thick opaque paint, and so this is what I'm bringing in now, and this is another area of thick opaque paint. This time I want to disrupt it, so I'm going to come in with that colour shaper and a bit of water, and I'm going to smudge it and see what sort of mark I get. And that's a really lovely soft mark there that I like. So coming in with some red now with some pencil, and bringing that in and then masking it, and coming in with some more white. So I'm pushing back things that I don't want, sort of to allow the strong contrast that I'm creating with the ink and the paint to be more dominant, and mixing water in with it to just let the media sort of flow and do what it's going to do. And then, of course, contrasting that with quite intentional straight lines, which is very different from the fluid sort of use of the wet media. Okay, so what am I doing here? Now I'm sort of creating a base to the bottom of the painting, seeing what that's going to do, and mixing, putting some water on, mixing the paint through, trying to contrast soft edges with hard edges, big shapes with sort of fluid marks, and just now I'm pushing back and creating shapes with the white paint. And digging in through with the colour shaper to find those lovely accidental marks that are underneath. And now with line, I'm going to sort of try and connect the shapes to sort of set up a, I don't know, some sort of story, some sort of creating sort of more intention around some of these shapes to sort of connect them. So you can see that these lines here are sort of going to connect one area to another and help bring this whole thing together with these connecting lines. And this is the final thing. I added a little bit more collage, and that's done.